Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sean and Joy Happy Hour, aka Sock Talks. We've now renamed it for Happy Hour. So,
So we're gonna come up with a new name. Doing business as.
yeah, yeah. So, but anyways, hey, thanks for being here. And I'll tell you what, thanks for last week. We had a lot of comments last week, a lot of shares, and really appreciate that. And anytime we can help anybody, that's what our objective is. So pass it on. And we're gonna be we're gonna be who we are. We're not gonna be anybody else. We're doing our own thing here, and that kind of leads us into our conversation here today. When you're talking about your business, you gotta be genuine. You gotta be you, right?
Absolutely.
And
And
stop acting like Jordan.
well, he's got some good traits that you can, you know, but you're not Jordan. As you see, I've stopped shaving my head. So my word this year is growth. So we'll see where this goes by the end of the year. Um, Maybe I'll get everybody to grow ponytails. Cody can have the side thing with the pony. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so no, I was thinking, as a lot of I started doing more Facebook Lives this year, and when you first start doing them, what if somebody doesn't like me? And I just kind of changed the mindset, and it's the same thing within your business. Do the things that, like you just said, Joy, that are you. No matter how that is, or or how awkward that is sometimes on your first, and you'll get better at the Facebook Lives or the face-to-face presentations. But the shift change, I think, is instead of thinking, well, what are the critics out there? What are they going to say? Think of, what if this inspires one person? What would that do for all of our businesses? And if we're all posting good content, doing video live, I mean, that's the thing. The posts and the pictures are great, and the little, but when you get on Facebook Live and you do a live video, that bumps you to the top. And if you're active, if we've talked about this the last couple of weeks, if you're active with your comments within other people within Facebook, that moves you up. But think if we were all posting things, regularly, what that would do for all our businesses. There's the more awareness we have out there about Greener Still and all the products within there, or the things you've learned within network marketing, or the things you want to help people with, and just being you, and whether that's quirky or a little crazy or funny or droll as hell, or whatever that is. And I wasn't talking about you, Joy, but you're going to connect with the people that you need to connect with. You're going to find your audience.
Yeah.
Um, so
That is so true what you say. It's like we've said for years with the cards, the card's going to arrive to that person's mailbox that needed it that day. It's the same way when you do anything posting on Facebooks or do any kind of FaceTime lives. The person that needs to see you today or needs to hear that is going to see and hear you that today.
yep.
I know, Sean, you're doing a great job on your beach walks, and I do the walks in the parks and my early morning walks that I've not done so much. We're getting snow again.
Isn't the weather getting better? You should be doing more of
Yeah,
those,
it
Joy.
was
Come
good
on.
for a little few days. I was so excited. Now we're getting snow again tomorrow. But anyways, I have no makeup on. I have had on my hair's a mess half the time, but I just do it. It's just kind of like, oh, this thought came to me. I'm going to share it with you guys today. 2 minutes and it's done. And at first it was like really hard to do that.
Oh yeah.
It was really hard to do that, but it's kind of like, it's a walk in the park. I'm just telling you something that's on my mind, and it's amazing the people that it resonates with. It's
Sure.
amazing. People that might comment on or say something, or people that don't comment or say or anything the whole rest of the time,
Right.
because it resonated with them.
But and it goes, I'll full circle it to send out cards is when I first heard the prompting story, and you should send cards acting on your promptings. And I've said it before, I picked and choose. Now it's like there's no hesitation.
Mhm.
If I think of somebody, they're getting a card.
Yep. Yep.
It's now the same thing with the Facebook Lives. I went 4 or 5 days and I didn't do one. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I need to do one,
Yeah.
and an idea always kind of pops in my head sometime in the morning, sometime in the afternoon. Oh, this is what I want to talk about today. I try to keep them less than mine are probably a minute, minute and a half. I try not to ramble on. I try to
Absolutely.
just get to the point. Hopefully there's some information that, like I said, if it clicks with one or two people, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, when I get to the point where I have 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers and it connects with more people, even better. But again, that's going to help all of us in our business if we're out there, um, promoting like this. And you're promoting, but you're not. You're just trying to help somebody. But that's how, if you want the law of attraction to work, you got to throw yourself out there, and then you're going to start attracting the people you should.
Mhm.
If it's the not the right people, maybe then you need to look about what you're.
Yeah.
But
Gotta
um,
start on that list. Yeah. People that you expect, okay, I gotta hide them. I gotta,
and
you know,
so yeah, I think it's got to be yourself. Have some sort of point to it. Talk about it.
deliver
Share
the
your
message.
experience.
Mhm.
I'm reading a book and I share it with Joy. It's Conversations on Success. It's like 20 years old. And the woman in here talks about, I just share what I've gone through. I haven't, I didn't read a book and go, oh, that would be good content. And then I share that. It's my experiences. People relate to that. Then you're real. That's like you said, you got to be real. You got to be yourself. And if you've gone through it and you've had that experience, there are millions of people out there that have had the same.
Yep.
So,
Exactly. And I know, as many of the followers here know, I do have a Monday morning, Monday motivated quote. I always make a point to make sure I'm out there between 8 and 9 in the morning Eastern time, to do that. And then somebody asked me one time, I was like, wow, you must have like a million quotes. And, I said, maybe I do. And I keep them. But the reality is that morning, I wake up that morning and I will scan those things, or I will look on Facebook and it's like something will hit me, a quote will
yeah,
hit me, and that's the one I talk about. So I'm never prepared for it. I never
right.
go into it's just like, okay, there's a reason this quote resonated with me today, and I hope it resonates with you.
Sure,
You know,
absolutely.
so I don't prepare for it. It's like I just know I need to do it, and I need to do it because I've committed myself to doing it but it's always impromptu.
Right.
Never something that I plan, and that's the way the Facebook lives are.
Oh,
It's
mine too. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, just be you with it. And I've never had anybody come back and say, "Oh man, she looks terrible with her hair today," or, what.
What is she wearing? Why
Yeah,
doesn't Sean have a shirt on? He's walking on the
how many
beach.
layers of coats does she have on as she's walking? You know? I've never had anybody say that to me, but I have had people say, "Looks like it's a beautiful day,"
Mhm.
or, yeah, or you brighten my day by what you say,
Right.
kind of thing. So that's what it's all about.
And then, to take a step further, the kind of the twofold um, text that Jordan kind of created and sent in his video. Are you sending that out on a regular basis? Are you prejudging people? What if they don't, again, just do it. Be yourself, get it out there, be consistent with it. And man, you're going to thank yourself in a year.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And if you want one line that works, and this was brought up by Beth Brown on my team, she was talking about this, and she did this last week and had great results with it. It's like, I don't know if this is for you or not.
Right.
I don't know if this is for you or not. I mean, that's just, that should lift so much off of your
And you
shoulder
take, yeah,
in sharing anything.
because you know what they're going to think? Why wouldn't it be for me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Couple
Why?
things gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
You've changed, you've kind of changed their mindset. What? Well, what? You can't tell me it's not for me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't know them too, but when you start it that way, that takes the pressure off of them also,
Yeah.
but it definitely takes away. So there is no reason, if you add that to every script that's ever given to us out there,
Right.
and add that at the beginning of it, it's going to ease your process.
Yeah.
And we all know, the more you put that out there, the more opportunities you're going to have for people holding their hand up and saying, "Yay, I want to see the video," or "Yay, I
Absolutely.
want to meet with you," and that could happen. That could happen months and weeks and years down the road.
Right.
It might not happen right away, but it will happen. It will happen when the right person sees it.
Absolutely. I mean, I've joked about it. My first group send card that I did in my mortgage business, the springtime card. I tell people I could have sent the same exact card 6 more times that year, and it would have hit the right people at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was November and I was saying happy spring, what? But I do know somebody that needs a mortgage. Oh, okay, let me have them call Sean. It's the same with your message. You may do, you know, I know I'm going to rehash things that I've already talked about on my Facebook Lives, but it just hit me, like you said, I get up and oh, that's going to be a great topic for, have I done that before? Don't worry about it, because maybe it's going to hit these 2 or 3 people at the right time where it didn't 2 months or 3 months ago.
Right.
It's just like reading a book for the second time, and you're going to get different things out of it because you're at a different part in your life, or you're seeing things differently.
Yeah. Have you ever gone someplace? I know there's people that rather than take notes, they record. They record the whole thing. And if you know anybody like that, or if you're one of those people yourself, I'll bet you when you go back to that recording, you hear things you didn't hear the first time. Because
Right.
you hear it differently at different times in your life. That's the same with a movie. You ever
Sure.
watch a movie one time and then like a year later you watch it again? I don't remember that part.
I don't forget. I didn't even see that last time. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It works the same way with sharing anything and topics that you talk about.
Yeah, we just have a great opportunity with a new company. Really, if you think about it, it's 2 months old. And even if you just kind of send out cards in there, it's 2 months old with a great legacy. But man, we've got a great opportunity over the next. I mean, even Jordan, I think, posted something like, it feels like when I first started with send out cards,
Mm-hmm.
because you've got 5 other things that 99% of your customers and your affiliates don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And think about all the other people in the world.
Sure.
So your challenge this week is to do a Facebook Live. However frightened you are, do it.
Yeah.
You'll thank your. You know what? And I posted, once you do it and you hit, post, you're gonna get a little push of like, all right, I did that. That wasn't so bad. Nobody yelled at me.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Maybe don't walk the first time you do it. Just sit somewhere so you don't trip and fall, because that would be embarrassing. But you still have to post the Facebook Live. So if something happens, you don't have to post it. You can just start over.
Yeah.
So it's not technically really live. So, if you're worried about that, if you flub something, I just keep going, because that's part of it too. So, when people see you, that you're real and who you are, you're going to find your audience. You're going to find your tribe, or whatever you want to call it. And it's going to benefit you. And again,
they're going to see that it's you. They're going to see that it's you. It's not going to see that, oh, that's the same thing so-and-so said, or anything.
Right.
They're going to see you. You'll be you. Just, what can I say? Just be you.
And you know what? You could say the same thing that so-and-so said, but they relate to you better than so-and-so. So they got it,
Yeah.
It's, when we talk about movies, like there's movie stars out there that people are like, I cannot stand that person. I can't believe they're so successful, blah, blah, blah. But they found their audience with what they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. And do they care about people they don't like them? No, because the check is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to think of it that way. I'm going to find my audience. I'm going to find, the people that relate to me. And the critics and the others, they wouldn't have done anything with me anyway.
Right.
So, you got to get that mindset, just change it a little bit, and I'm telling you, it's going to work wonders for you. And all of us, if we're all, like I said, if we're all doing, the post and talking about things, it's just going to help all of us with greener still.
Yeah. And you laugh. I remember when I first started doing my first FaceTime lives, I yeah, I can't tell you how many times I started, oh, my collar wasn't right. I didn't have the right, I wasn't sitting in the right place. But, it was like so ridiculous.
Right.
And, but I did it. So I felt good about it. And the second one that I did was right around this time, Easter time. I may have told this story way back or whatever, but our church does a big fish fry. I mean, they did do a big fish fry. And when we're not talking about one fish, they're talking about 5 different fishes and all these different kinds of sides. I mean, there's probably 35 things on the menu. I mean, it was that big. And and I always work the fish fry with them. So the day before, the morning of that fish fry, I got on a FaceTime line, put my apron on that I usually wear, just had the look that I was going to go there. And I just told them, I said, you make sure you come over to Our Lady of Grace tonight. I said, we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this, we have, just da, 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 and put out on. I get there that night and I'm walking, and I work usually on the serving side at the end, and of course, a lot of the older people, there was some, I heard one lady say, what's this FaceTime live thing? And I'm like, you're trying to listen. I didn't say anything. And she was talking to another lady, and I don't know, someone just said they saw this lady on FaceTime something and talked about this fish fry. So they came over to see, and all that. It was so hysterical. I mean, it wasn't the first person. And I was one other place, one of the people coming in to get to say, hey, Joy, I saw you today. I decided to come over today. So it was like really hysterical. And it was
absolutely. See, it works.
Don't
think video is king right now.
Yeah.
And you have to get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Be yourself, kind of have your thoughts together. Don't just ramble for 5 minutes. But it's king in, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or even on LinkedIn, if you want to do some business type videos. There's a personal coach that I met. We connect on LinkedIn. I don't even know how we've done some. She started this time last year. She's like, I'm going to do a minute and a half video every day on LinkedIn. Her business has exploded because of that. Just giving little snip. Now it's on personal coaching things, but it's exploded. She went from like 400 people to 5,000 or more on LinkedIn, and so don't underestimate the little quick video to help you and help your business.
And Sean said it a couple of times. They can't be lengthy. 1 or 2 minutes is an appropriate time. I mean, if you're a little bit more detailed, but never go over 4 or 5 minutes ever.
Yeah, just mine. I just know the extent. And have you ever gone on and said, how long is this video? 8 minutes. I don't know. Is it worth 8 minutes of my time? But if you consistently just a couple minutes, people are going to, chicken. I know it's not going to take long. It's, I'll listen to Joy for a couple minutes. Cool. Oh, I like that. I got something out of that today. So,
Hey, one thing to check, just a little housekeeping when you're doing your Facebook videos, and you do it the first time, make sure you're set on public versus you only. I've made that mistake, and somehow Facebook kicks you back to that sometimes. So, and if you're wondering why nobody is paying attention, I went through like 2 weeks of that with my Motivating Monday quotes. And it's like, wow, why is nobody like commenting or
nobody like my quotes anymore?
I'm talking about cold turkey, cut off, no more Joy. Nobody, everybody at the same time said no more.
Stupid.
No more. And here.
Well, Joy found no audience. Not a good example, Joy. Not a good example.
And somehow Facebook had kicked me, and I didn't pay attention to it, had kicked me to me only.
Oh, okay.
And not to public. So
okay, gotcha.
Just a little tip. If you wonder why you put it out there, nobody's paying attention.
If you're not getting comments, check that out. So
yeah, check that out before you get on there.
It's not like people don't like you. It's just the settings are wrong.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
All right.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us here today. And we hope you have a great week and have a happy Easter weekend. It's Easter this weekend for everybody, and enjoy. And
we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.